Welcome to Red Sox Winter Weekend 2023.
I mean, when I got here, I kind of was a grinder, and I think that's what the city of Boston's about. It's about grinding at bats, and that's what I try to do, and I'm going to keep doing that.
What do you do if you're pitching and it's a really long inning and you have to go to the bathroom?
Wow. Koji was special. He had more energy than anyone I've ever met in my life, for one. But it was like an invisible. I mean, it didn't matter. Yeah, that's the clip.
Wake up. Yeah.
The thing that is going to make this tricky, you have to do 4 blocks. After you've done your 4, you need to pass the board off to a teammate.
Welcome to Red Sox Winter Weekend 2023. We are back in person talking Red Sox baseball right here in Springfield. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 Boston Red Sox. The Heart and Hustle Award goes to Rob Refsnyder.
Fenway has always been my favorite park, just something about Boston. My family and I love it. My son says, Boston pretty much every single day when he's hitting in the backyard off the tee, so we're very excited.
Our unsung hero, Christian Arroyo.
I mean, when I got here, I kind of was a grinder, and I think that's what the city of Boston's about. It's about grinding at bats, and that's what I try to do, and I'm going to keep doing that.
Defensive Player of the Year, Trevor Story.
Man, I hate that I'm going to miss a little bit of the season, but as the offseason goes on, that's all you can really think about is getting back to Fenway. The most electric park in the whole MLB. We're best fans in the world, so it's a great place to play, man, and it's an honor to put on that jersey, and I think everyone, coaches, players, realize that every night.
Rookie of the Year, Brian Bayo.
Yeah, it was a great experience to play with one of the best teams in the big leagues, like the Boston Red Sox, and it was just a great year.
MVP, Rafael Devers. You're at the point now where you're going from being a young player to being a little more of a veteran player. No?
No, para mi compañero yo siempre trato de ser
Yeah, I just want to be the same teammate, the same guy that shows up to the field and has fun and has that example of just enjoying the game, and hopefully that shines through.
John, Sam, you guys have brought 4 championships to this town, and as we stand here not long after the signing of Rafael Devers, there's some restlessness in Red Sox Nation.
Well, we're restless too, TC. We understand that people are restless. They're ready for us to get back to October baseball. That's the mission this year. We're really proud of what we've achieved over these 21 years, and we're going to keep investing in the Red Sox, into Fenway Park, and it's our job, it's our responsibility to bring another championship to these fans.
I think one thing that we need to get this organization back to is being more aggressive, locking up young players early in their careers. Now, not all of them are going to want to do it, right? They have individual decisions to make. Sometimes you agree, sometimes you don't. For every extension you see out there in the big leagues, there's probably 5 players that got approached where it didn't line up. We're able to make a good start with that, getting back to that last year with Garrett. Hopefully it's something we'll be able to do more of. The organization has a history of that. And we believe that, and we like the talent. We're going to be aggressive trying to lock those players up.
Let Heim cook, indeed.
We had this feeling a week ago, right? Trevor gets hurt, and the sky is falling, and we don't see that he's gonna be bright. 2 days later, we get Rafi. I know everybody loved that move here. So I do feel going into this season, seeing Bello in the rotation. If everything goes well, you start looking at the guys that are coming up in a few years. We're in a much better place than in 2020. And just like when Petey was here, when Jacoby was here, when all the kids, came up and helped us win championships, we're gonna accomplish that, led by Heim and obviously, with the ownership group. So that's where we at. That's how I feel we're going. And as always, thank you for your support.
I just want to let you know that we think about everything that happens here. We're fully invested, not just monetarily, we're fully invested in wanting to bring championships to New England. So I promise you, we're working to that end.
Are we ready? All right, line them up. You guys ready to go? We're gonna get started. We're rolling right away. Who's your question for?
Chris Dale.
Okay.
What do you do if you're pitching and it's a really long inning and you have to go to the bathroom?
Wow. That's a good one.
Time out.
I've always wanted to know this.
If you're on the road, you gotta hold it. Because you're wearing gray pants and everyone's gonna see it. If you're at home and it's a number 1, you can just let it rip. They'll never see it on the white pants. Next time I'm pitching, you guys are gonna think about that.
Tips from the pros, all right.
Yeah, cool.
Hey, when you do this long enough, you find yourself in a lot of different situations.
Who's your question for?
Anybody who wants to answer.
Cool, fire it off.
Who was your favorite player on the 2004 Red Sox?
Manny was mine because I thought that for some reason when I was 9, I thought it'd be cool to have baggy pants. And I had a pair of pants, the Manny pants is what I called them, that went over my toes. And my jersey was so tight, I looked really bad. But I thought I looked so sweet. But it was Manny. I mean, that guy was incredible.
Are crowds ever distracting or annoying? Not as much the crowds for the other team, but for your own team.
I enjoy it one way or the other.
Sometimes the wave. I love the wave.
I guess if you're hitting, yeah.
I love the wave. But like watching them in the outfield, you're like, oh, like.
Yeah.
Like, is it gonna go?
On one
There it is. You're like, oh, nice.
So when you're in the stands and you're like, all right, we got to keep it going because let's see if they notice us. I notice it every time.
Yeah.
You guys bring an energy that gets into us and energizes us. Like we feed off you guys. Now on the road, depending on where you're going, there's some hostile environments, but you smile and you look away and you laugh and then you cry on the inside. They just make fun of you for like, I don't know, 9 innings, but.
Who's your favorite person to strike out?
All of them. Anyone. I like punching my son out in the backyard with wiffle ball.
I'm right there with them.
It doesn't matter how they come or who they are.
Anybody who steps in the box, it's always a pleasure. So it's always fun. It's what we're hunting for.
Cool. Who's your question for?
Chris Sale and Nick Pivetta.
All right, go for it.
Would you rather win 2 straight Cy Youngs or a World Series?
World Series.
World Series. Yeah, World Series.
Yeah,
pretty easy.
Easy answer.
Yeah, I think it's better for the team. I mean, that's what our overall goal is, to win a World Series with the guys who show up every single day. I mean,
because think about this: if you win a Cy Young, that's 1 trophy for 1 person. So 1 person is happy, 1 person gets a trophy, right? When you win a World Series, all your teammates get a trophy. All your teammates are happy. We're all having fun together. And this is a team sport. So individual accolades in a team sport, they're nice, right? Like they're well earned, they're hard to get, but you show me a guy that shows up to spring training trying to win an MVP or trying to win a Cy Young, I'll show you a guy that's probably not that much of a team player.
Thank you very much. Great way to finish, guys. Thank you so much. Big thank you to Chris Sale, Trevor Story, Christian Arroyo, Rob Refsnyder, and Nick Pivetta.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks to Jared Carabas. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you for coming.
"2013, it's amazing to believe that it was 10 years ago, that incredible season where so much happened. And a year of tragedy in Boston wound up a season of ecstasy with the Boston Red Sox, and how the two came together and how this amazing group of guys, this incredible team, wrapped its arms around the city and healed it. with this magical season. You know, one of the things that marked that ball club, Johnny, was you were the band of brothers, you know, with the beards. And you're one of the guys that got it going, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of like a gimmicky deal, but I was kind of like, let's start the mentality right now in spring training to grow our beards out for the playoffs because we're going to the playoffs.
So obviously we can't go very far in this discussion without talking about April 15th and the tragedy of the Boston Marathon bombing in which 3 people lost their lives, and eventually they capture the suspect and we come back and play ball, and then there's that glorious day against Kansas City where, David, you grabbed the microphone.
They basically, when we got to the field, we had that game, they picked me, and I mean, they know I'm open mind, you know, I'm a little out there, you know what I'm saying? So they play with fire for a minute because, you know, to be honest with you, I want to say more, you know what I'm saying? But I just say how I feel.
This jersey that we wear today, it doesn't say Red Sox, it says Boston. This is our city. And nobody gonna dictate our freedom. Stay strong. Thank you.
We had the perfect pieces. Like Johnny said, everybody come every night. You don't know where the punch was gonna come from, because everybody do something to win a baseball game every night.
That was kind of the epitome of our team, though, was we had a lot of guys that overperform because of the camaraderie, because of the pressure we put on each other. And as a second-year big leaguer, I was still just a pup, you know, sitting back learning from these guys. But the pressure that was there on me, not from the fans, not from the media, but from my brothers, from my teammates, the guys right next to me in the locker room, pushed me to another level. And I think that happened with everybody in that clubhouse.
Yeah. Every one of these guys has talked about the mindset mentality of a team that can be successful in the postseason. I'm not sure we were ever convinced that we were going to lose a game. It's easy to overlook the reality that, you know, Koji, who was the best pitcher on the planet in 2013, was our 5th option as closer. We had contributions from a number of guys that going into the season people hadn't heard of. That's what it takes to go deep in the postseason.
Koji would come flying off after getting the outs into the dugout, slapping everybody as hard as he could. You thought he was going to break his hand.
Koji was special. He had more energy than anyone I've ever met in my life, for one. But it was like an invisible. I mean, it didn't matter. I mean, yeah, that's the clip.
Wake up.
It hasn't happened at Fenway Park for 95 years. The Red Sox are world champions.
Remember, Johnny, what you felt the moment that happened and you guys were the 2013 world champions of baseball?
Yeah, so being out in left field, you know, as the game, we had a lead and we were going to win the game. We had it. I remember, you know, just looking up and you kind of see the aisles, like right here in the 6th inning, a couple people were in the aisles, and then the 7th inning. By the 9th inning, you couldn't see the aisles, which tells me like people from the outside were pouring in. So even knowing like the security guards and everyone that was on the streets, everyone wanted to be in the building. So you look up and you can see like the aisles, and you couldn't see anything. The only anniversary of baseball is championships, right? And those are the pennants up on the wall. So after that last out, I just knew like this is going to be forever. And here we are 10 years later.
All right. I can't thank you enough for the hour. It was just incredibly entertaining. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2013 Red Sox World Series champions.
Go Sox!
All right, as you guys know, this is baseball, the global game, and we got a panel of guys who can really go into kind of what this game means. We'll also hit some fan questions as well.
What is your best advice for a high school baseball player?
Setting your goals and having a clear mindset of what you want to accomplish in life, and don't stop dreaming. I mean, I'm still dreaming. I've been dreaming my whole life to play shortstop, and now I convinced they see it.
Hi, I was wondering when you guys were little, did you guys play like Vitia in your hometown?
One thing that is important about that game, it teaches you how to track the ball really well. Because the Vitilla curves so much that if you don't track it, you won't hit it. So, yeah, that was something that I did a lot. I break a lot of windows playing Vitilla.
Sí, yo jugué mucho Vitilla en Dominicana y es como David.
Yeah, just like David said, it's a sport that you need to really know how to track the ball, and your anticipation has to be really good. So it's just something that we would do for fun, and yeah, it's well versed in Vitilla.
When you got left out, like released by the Twins, what was your mindset?
Was good one. I thought I was finished. And I was very disappointed because I know what I was capable of. And the most important thing, I don't have the experience that I have down the road. So in your mind, you put those stops, But I continued working. I went back home and played winter ball, and then I bumped into this guy. We bumped into this restaurant, right? And he say to me, "So how's it going?" And I'm like, "I just got released." You know what he say to me? My favorite, "They messed up." Let me make a phone call. That's what he did.
What was it like losing in 2003 to then winning in 2004?
2003 is, to me, the most painful game we have ever lost. It's the only game that made me feel like crying, but because it was against the Yankees, I did not let them enjoy one of my tears. But I tell you what, nothing sweeter than coming back from an 0-3 against the same Yankees and doing it in Yankee Stadium. I had the absolute pleasure of going out there to their dugout. Yeah! 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 I did that to the Yankees.
So Kike, you said you're dreaming about playing shortstop, but I want to know, are you comfortable playing shortstop at the major league level?
Have you ever seen me do anything? I'm very confident.
Very athletic.
We want to thank these men so much for coming up here, spending the time with us. Red Sox manager Alex Cora, Red Sox players Kike Hernandez, Rafael Devers, Hall of Famers David Ortiz, and Pedro Martinez. Thanks so much, everybody.
Welcome to the first ever Sox Survivor. My name is Henry Mahegan. I am the Red Sox public address announcer, and I will be your host this afternoon. In just a few moments, a tribe of 6 Red Sox position players will face off against a tribe of 6 Red Sox pitchers in a series of mental and physical challenges. Are we ready to meet our tribes? In Sox Survivor, the 2 tribes will go head-to-head in 5 challenges. First tribe to complete the challenge wins 5 points for their tribe. Okay, the first challenge is a shelter build. For your first challenge, the tribes need to build a shelter. Using all of the materials in front of you, which seem to be over here on the right and left, you will have 5 minutes to build a standing structure. The structure must have a roof, it must stand on its own, and it must be big enough for all the members of your team to fit inside of it. Both teams are all the way in their structures here. That is extremely impressive. All right, let's do this. By your applause, we're going to determine whose structure is better. Can we hear your applause for the pitchers? How about for the position players? Let's go. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. All right. For the second challenge, we are going to play a game called Wilson Splash. In this challenge, each team will take turns tossing a Wilson volleyball into the opposing tribe's bins. Once a tribe has eliminated all bins, you will then move to the table that has 2 puzzles. Your team must select one of the puzzles to solve, and you must solve the puzzle upright so that everyone can see it. This is starting to be a bit of a runaway. Position players have correctly assembled Wally's head. They've done it upright. They win the points in game 2.
Yeah, so the boxes look like they're light. They're like 150 pounds each.
Our third challenge, the tribes will start in front of the stage on opposite sides of the stairs. Tribes will have to work together to move around the entire central seating area. You will have to work together to move around following the arrows. You can only use 3 blow-up rafts that will be given to you in order to make forward progress. If any member steps off the raft at any point, your tribe must start again from the beginning. And I think we need all 6 of your members to get across the finish line. Now get up to the stage and complete your puzzle. Once you arrive back at the stairs, your tribe must solve a giant cube puzzle. The puzzles must be solved upright, and be careful because the puzzles are tricky. Like you noticed already, there is a reverse side image on the back, so make sure all the words in these puzzles that you'll be doing are going in the right direction. The tribe, rather, that finishes first wins 5 points for their tribe. And we have ourselves a winner.
I lost the track of score. What's the score?
So after 3 games, we have a 15-0 lead. So here's how the 4th game is going to work.
They usually do.
Tribe members will participate in a stacking challenge. Each tribe member will take turns participating in this challenge. The first participating team member with one hand is going to steady a balancing board while simultaneously balancing blocks. The thing that is going to make this tricky, you have to do 4 blocks. After you've done your 4, you need to pass the board off to a teammate. Oh, I think we have our winners there. Oh, we definitely have our winners. Very impressive. So pitchers, congratulations. Blue Tribe, you are on the board. It is 15-5 as we move into our final challenge. So here we are, our final challenge. For this challenge, each tribe will have to get through a series of 3 games. Your tribe must finish the entire first game before moving on to the next. The first game is a marble relay. Each tribe will need to move 5 marbles to the opposite side of the stage one by one. Team members will partner up, so there'll be 2 people going at a time, and use a PVC pipe to transfer the marbles to the opposite end of the stage. If a marble drops before you drop it into the opposite red bin, you must go back to the starting line, and once all the marbles are over to the other side, you can move on to game 2. Game 2 is a hula relay. We have 2 standard-sized hula hoops in the front of the stage. You will form a circle holding hands, and the tribe must find a way to move the hula hoop around the circle 3 times without letting go of their hands. And once you have completed 3 circles of the hula hoop, you can move into the final of the 3 games. The 3rd game is called an island flip. The object of the game is to see which tribe can flip their island shower curtain over first. You must find the island shower curtain. Hidden within your winter weekend puzzles is your shower curtain. So once you find your shower curtain, all tribe members must stand on the curtain with the side labeled X and then try to flip it over without stepping off the curtain. I think we have ourselves a winner right here. So at the end of our game, with a miraculous comeback, our Blue Tribe is the winner. You have won the glowing idol. Congratulations to the Blue Tribe.
Go, baby.
Congratulations to the pitchers. Congratulations as well to the position players. Thank you all for coming out. This was a wonderful day. Get home safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.